Welcome back. When the hotel booking engine Trivago.com came to the United States, they launched an advertising campaign with this man. His name is Tim Williams, and he's the Trivago guy for North America. When his first commercial launched in the US, it was a sensation. Love or hate him, very few advertising personalities have been talked about more. From his lack of a belt, his two-day scruff, or his unpressed shirt, the Trivago guy intrigued us all. I recently went to Trivago's headquarters in Dusseldorf, Germany, and spoke with John Eichelberger to get the story on just how this character came to be. All right, John, first and foremost, when you rolled out the Trivago guy,
yes,
was his appearance intentional?
Let's say it was an intentional mishap of events, and the fact that things happened the way they did, and we were able to roll with it and make him what he is today.
You make it sound like you took off your shirt and gave it to him.
Not my shirt, my belt, yes.
Okay.
I mean, the problems with that were that, number one, it was too large. I'm a little bit bigger than he is, and then secondly, when we were filming, and that's why it never made it into the commercial, was because it was a black reflective leather belt.
Okay.
And it showed up like a giant white stripe on camera, and so we said, take
so it wouldn't match.
No. And the other options were even better. We had the rhinestone studded, cowboy belt from Hipster Berlin.
And that didn't make it.
That didn't make it. And then one of the little woven leather belts that you would see on a lady from 1990. That one didn't make the cut either. So we said no belt.
So was it always intentional that eventually he'd become a little more put together?
I think it was one of those things that at the time, knowing the conditions that we shot under and the fact that originally it was always a test to see how people responded to it, that we gave ourselves room to kind of play with him and move him along and morph him into a different character as we kind of saw fit. After the initial, obviously, response, and it was kind of a very dichotomous response in the people that liked him and the people that didn't, it gave us a lot of room to shape him from that point forward.
I'm sure you got a lot of feedback about how he was originally dressed, because it did prompt quite an outpour.
I mean, the common things that we always heard is, why does this guy not wear a belt? Who wears a belt or who doesn't wear a belt and tucks in his shirt? Why is his shirt so big? Why is it so disheveled? Man, he's got skinny legs. So, I mean, we heard the gambit of all of it. But like I said, it was, I think at the time, a conversation point. And I mean, Tim is a handsome guy by himself. And so it was really kind of this mashup between a dude who looks like he just got off of an airplane after traveling for 36 hours.
Yes, I think that's a fair assessment.
and the fact that he is very relatable. And so those two came together in what we shot and made him a point of conversation.
So the situations that he finds himself in when he's looking for some of these hotel rooms, are they from anyone's personal experiences? Because I'm thinking of the last one where you got double rooms, you got 2 rooms now. His friends are in a different room and he's in one.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that we're doing a lot of the creative production stuff in-house, and so I think a little bit of our personalities and travel experiences come into every one of these situations, because at the end of the day, if you're traveling a lot, there are those things that you can relate to. I mean, if you traveled with a bunch of buddies, the guy that you don't mind staying with because his boxer shorts are picked up at the end of the day, and then there's the guy who you wake up in the morning and his boxer shorts are on your head.
Also depends on how much you may have drank the night before.
Exactly. So I think that some of our personal travel stories come into the way that we take it creatively, and then the fact that ultimately we like to laugh about it, and so when we're looking at it situationally, we say, all right, what kind of situation can we put him into that people will look at and understand, okay, yeah, I've been there, and see the humor in it.
Right. So what's next for the Trivago guy then?
I mean, we're filming stuff. We have ideas that we're working through the concept phase on right now. What I would say is that the Trivago guy is probably the most interesting man in the world now since the Dos Equis guy has retired. So I have no idea where we'll end up seeing the Trivago guy, but he'll probably be there.
So what are some of the ways that people have reached out to Trivago, though, after the appearance of the Trivago guy on mainstream?
Yeah, we've had, obviously, Twitter, Facebook, everybody has spoken to us via those channels.
Yeah.
Our customer service lines have always blown up.
Really?
Yeah, since that happened.
You ever get on the phone and just answer a couple of them and just hear what people have to say?
No, I try to avoid that because I have a pretty good idea what's coming. We've had people that have physically mailed in hand-drawn cartoons of the Trivago guy. We've had some other things show up in the mail. Requests for obviously Tim's address and phone number.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, I'm sure you're sending that out very freely.
Yeah. We get. It depends on how good is the letter. How convincing are you? No, so we've gotten a really pretty wide gambit of things in the mail, either virtually or real.
Are you saving some of these things? Is there going to be like a collage, like at the end of each year, of the craziest and more interesting things you've seen?
I think we definitely save them. I mean, I'm not sure if we keep the physical copies.
Yeah.
We always take a picture of it so that we can remember it. Others we create ourselves. So, you know, when the Trivago guy showed up in Rolling Stone, you know, we have a giant blown up picture of the Trivago guy from the Rolling Stone article that we had inside. So we have some memorabilia to remember that, oh my God, we just actually did this.
Well, thanks so much for taking some time out to tell us about the Trivago guy. 'Cause I know everyone's wondering, but you're not really letting on much on what's to come.
No, I'm not going to let on too much. We have to keep the interest there.
You got to keep everyone watching.
I got to keep everybody watching.
Well, thanks so much for your time.
Thanks, Bobby.
Stay connected to the Jet Set from wherever you are in the world. Download the Jet Set app today and fly with us via social media. You may even land on the show.